Hello, my friends. I'm B. This is B's Intuition, and today we're gonna do a reading. I'm actually gonna make this one themed. I think, because usually I don't really do ones that are like in a certain time, but I want to do something regarding summertime. So I think summer lovin'. That will be the theme. What will be happening in the collective's love life for the rest of the summer. We'll see if anything good pops out. Anyways, let's dive right into it, right? Okay. Please and thank you, Spirit. What kind of summer loving is coming to the collective this summer? Please and thank you. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So, first off, Two of Wands. I feel like somebody's making some plans. Four of Pentacles. They could be quite attached to you. We'll see how that goes. The Chariot. I feel like this is just what it is. You know, it's motion, forward motion. Okay, I can dig. Nine of Pentacles. I feel like this is probably your energy. You're just like doing your own thing, and I feel like it's attracting somebody here. Bottom of the deck. The World card. So, this feels like a major completion of a cycle and a major opening of another one. Perhaps in romance? Mayhaps? Okay. So, let's just start clarifying. Yeah, let's start with that Two of Wands. Please and thank you, Spirit. What can you tell me about that Two of Wands when it comes to summer loving for the collective? Please and thank you. Thank you, Spirit. What do you got? What do you got for that Two of Wands? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Oh, goodness gracious. Anything else for that Two of Wands for the collective in terms of summer loving? Summer loving, hand me a blast. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, goodness. Y'all, okay, this is really cool. Okay. This one's a good one. Okay. I don't know. I feel like I like most of my readings, so when I say this is a good one, I don't know if that's any different than the other ones, to be honest. Anyways, the Chariot card is the first one to pop out for that Two of Wands. So double confirmation of the Chariot we see here. So clearly, this is clarifying the Two of Wands. Somebody here is making plans to come towards you, the collective. Oh, and that's like so beautiful too, because the Chariot energy, it has a lot to do with like, you know, your path in life, your North Star, your guiding star towards your destiny. And that makes me think that somebody here truly thinks that you are an integral part of their journey, like life journey. It feels big. And it's funny too, like yesterday I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a quickie tarot reading. And today I'm not even gonna fool myself. I'm not even gonna lie. Because, I mean, not that I was lying before, but I just can't do any, you know, quick readings anymore, I feel like. Just not the vibe currently, but that's fine. They'll come if they come, you know? Can't force it. Anyways, the other cards that came out is the Two of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. I thought I heard something. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands. Bro, this is actually really cool. Okay. I'm excited for you guys because it's like this person feels like there's an imbalance happening in this connection right now, and the way that it's going to be balanced out is by giving love to this situation. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Okay, I'm like so happy because like this is such good energy. Like it's so straightforward too. Like, okay, the reason that they're coming forward or the reason that they are planning right now is so that they have a plan for coming forward to balance out this connection, give to it, and offer their little cup of love to you. Like, are you kidding me? Just good vibes all around. And I really like, ooh. Okay, so with the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck, first off, the Three of Wands is giving me very much like, maybe now is the time. And maybe that's what they're realizing is like, I need to do this sooner rather than later because somebody else might snatch this person up. Yeah, because like this is very straightforward energy. I feel like either they've been planning this for some time, or maybe they've just been interested in you for a long time. Because like this is like clear. They know exactly what they're doing here. And then the Three of Wands, I feel like they're like, okay, now is the time. And I feel like it could be like they're worried about somebody else coming along and snatching you up. And then it's like, oh, I lost my opportunity, you know? Because it feels like the time is now. The time is right now. But yeah, before it was like kind of sliding off, revealing the Judgment card underneath. So it feels like this is like the final judgment, you know? Like it's now or never is kind of the energy I'm getting from this. Let's see. I feel like there was another message with that card, but I can't remember what it was. Yeah, it really does feel like it's the end of the build-up. I feel like, I don't even know. Like that's kind of what I'm getting. It's like this could have been building up for some time. Whether you knew this or not, maybe it was happening in the background. Maybe this person was just working up the courage to come towards you, and now they finally are. And it feels like it very much is very important to this person. Like it's like what it all was for. I don't know. There's like a beautiful message with that Judgment card. Let's move on to that Four of Pentacles. Please and thank you. Anything else for that Four of Pentacles? Please and thank you. Please and thank you, Spirit. What else for that Four of Pentacles? Can you tell me? For summer loving for the collective. Okay. Summer loving for the collective. Please and thank you. What else you want to tell me about that Four of Pentacles? What do you want to tell me about that Four of Pentacles? Anything else? Anything else? Maybe one or two cards would be good. Please and thank you, Spirit. What else you want to tell me about that Four of Pentacles? In terms of summer loving. Summer loving. Okay. So we got some good ones here. Also, I can't believe I forgot to mention this. I think I was just so excited because they were such beautiful cards that I forgot to look deeper into them. But when I said that it feels like this connection right now in the current moment is imbalanced, and so they want to balance it out. And I totally forgot that there are scales in this card that are balanced. And yes, and they know exactly what they need to do to balance those scales, which is giving to this connection that the two of you will share. So for Four of Pentacles, we got the King of Wands. This King of Wands came out in the last reading, I believe. I want to say yeah. I feel like that could be very relevant for somebody out there in the collective. Could be a fire sign or just somebody that's very charismatic, passionate, that kind of fiery energy, you know? The Moon card came out in the reverse. That was why I made that face when they were coming out, because like, it just feels like something is being revealed here. And it could be that this person, oh my gosh, you know what? I think this Four of Pentacles is telling me that this person is way more attached to you than you realize. And I think that's what's being revealed. Also, Justice. Justice card came out. And so that's what reminded me of the scales balancing in this card, because there's also scales that are balanced in this card. So it's very much around, like the whole reason for all of this is to balance this dynamic out between the two of you, or balance this connection. And the Justice card is so beautiful to follow that Moon card in the reverse, because like what they are revealing is going to cause this strong sense of justice. I'm actually getting the message that maybe you had some sort of intuitive download at one point, and maybe the timing was off, so you thought maybe like that it wasn't going to work out with this person, but now it's like you feel like that intuition or that intuitive download was justified. Like, you know, I feel like this is going to be validating for you in some way. I don't know exactly how to. Or maybe you just felt like this person had some sort of feelings for you, but maybe you didn't know the extent, or I feel like you knew something. And now you're getting those feelings or that knowledge validated in the 3D. And I feel like that's going to be a very beautiful moment for you. 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. That one's an interesting one. Actually, not necessarily. Because sometimes I get this 10 of Wands more of like a feeling of like burden of like holding back feelings. In this example with the Wands, it could be passion that they've been holding back, or their attraction to you that they've been holding back. Also, it feels almost like a buildup because this is the 10 of Wands. So I feel like this could have truly been building up for quite some time, and I don't even know if you knew it. Because I feel like if you did have some sort of intuitive download of like, oh, I think that person's into me, but like maybe they didn't like follow through with anything, they didn't give any other indicators, so you were just like, oh, I guess I was wrong, let's move on to, you know, whatever. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like maybe this is somebody that like on the surface looks one way. I feel like a sense of like a poker face, you know, somebody that's like hard to read, but underneath the surface is like this buildup over time, and it almost feels like it's becoming a burden, and not in a bad way necessarily, because it's like triggering this person to act and express this, because it's like, yeah, it almost feels like, because like, especially when it comes to like a message, or, you know, action in this kind of scenario, when they don't relieve that weight of like sharing that information or communicating or making it known how they feel, it's going to be a big relief when this person finally comes forward and shares this with you. And it feels like I'm getting that message again. I got that slightly with the Judgment card when I saw that earlier. It's like, this is what it's all been for. I don't know. Okay, so maybe this is somebody that has been working on themselves. Like in the background. Maybe you didn't know that this person was going through something. And that could have been like more of like a spiritual awakening, or just like self-improvement in general. I wonder, it kind of feels like this person has been putting work into themselves, maybe to be a good match for you, so that when they come forward, they actually have something to offer, or they have some sort of sense of confidence within themselves. But it feels like the end goal is you, and it always has been. I don't know why that message keeps popping up. It's just like, this is what it's all been for. I wonder if they view you as like maybe even a soulmate. So maybe it's like, I've been waiting my whole life for you, and so maybe just the accumulation of a lifetime and working on themselves throughout their life, it all came to this moment, I feel like. It's so interesting, but very beautiful. I really like this a lot. Yeah, you're gonna feel a strong sense of justice when this comes in. And I feel like it's going to be validating your intuition, especially because that Moon card. I almost feel like the Moon card is like your intuition, and then with it in the reverse, it's almost like your intuition, or what your intuition was feeling, gets validated in the 3D, and it's like, finally this is coming to light. That was in the dark, but you knew. But I feel like maybe the timing was off, because with divine timing, it's hard to say when somebody's going to be coming into your life, even if they are your soulmate, you know? Because there's so many different variables and circumstances that can create like roadblocks that postpone something or delay it. But I feel like it's like finally. And then it's like so validating for you and your intuition. Okay, let's go into that Chariot card. Please, maybe Spirit. I don't want to jinx myself, but I think this one might be a quickie. That'd be cool, because I haven't done a quickie in a little while. Okay, what can you tell me about that Chariot card? Please and thank you, Spirit. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to take that even though I'm not sure. I trust you, Spirit. Okay. Very interesting. So, this is very interesting. Anyways, clarifying that Chariot card. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. 7 of Wands in the reverse. The Fool card in the reverse. The World card came out upright. Ooh, I see now. Ooh, baby. Okay. So, this is actually quite beautiful. Oh my gosh, okay, now that it's like clicking, it's actually really beautiful. So, 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, 7 of Wands in the reverse, and the Fool card in the reverse. That, I feel like, was their past fear, or their past, the way that they were showing up in the past. Which, this upright is very much about like feeling lacking in some way within their own stability, within their own security, within themselves, within their life. And so maybe there was like a fear of this being true. But maybe they had to figure out inside of themselves that their value is so much more intrinsic and deeper than what's on the surface. But then with the 7 of Wands and the Fool card, I feel like this is the fear of like trying to fight for this and trying to have a new beginning with you. And that was also the fear holding them back from pursuing this. And then it's like the World card comes in and it's closing out that cycle of fear. And it's opening a new cycle that is much more divinely guided, it feels. And I feel like, I wonder if this person truly had a spiritual awakening. Because it feels almost like, now that they have this clarity, that's why they want to come forward. And it feels like there's a strong connection to the divine. Oh, I can't believe I forgot. Bottom of the deck of the other one, we had the World card as well. So it's like double confirmation here of the World card. Closing out those past cycles, opening something new that is much more beautiful and divinely enlightened, you know? It's like something that's on your enlightened path here that's opening up. Or this person's enlightened path. And I feel like they're leaving this fear in the past. They're closing the door on all of this fear of not being good enough, of being afraid of competition or fighting for this and it not working out. The fear of starting a new beginning and getting heartbroken, or starting a new beginning and having it not go the way that you want. So it feels like truly they're releasing all of that fear. And they're coming into a time of much more confidence with that Chariot card. And the World card is just telling me that this is really due to like divine intervention or divine guidance or maybe a spiritual awakening. There's like definitely spirit playing a part in bringing this connection together. That's very powerful and very beautiful. Because it's almost like maybe they had to learn this about themselves even, that they had these fears when it came to you in this connection. And so maybe the divine was like, hey, is that really serving you? Because it's like there's also like a sense of completion with the World card as well. So it's like that person was done living in that time of fear. That person is done with that second guessing and holding themselves back from new opportunities, from things that they truly care about. And it probably had a lot to do with how they felt about themselves. And now they have some sort of like divine intervention is truly what's coming to mind. Like I feel like the divine somehow showed this person what they were truly meant to do, pursue. This is so interesting. So, bottom of the deck, the Magician. It started to lift up a little bit and it showed me the Tower underneath. I went to pick it up and this one fell out, 8 of Cups. So, there could have even been, and I'm just gonna take that as if it was coming out. Yeah, it feels almost like this person may have left something behind, you know, that wasn't emotionally fulfilling them. And it could have been truly these mindsets. It could have been somebody in terms of love, but not necessarily. It could have just been a releasing of all these negative mindsets and these fears that were holding them back. And realizing this is not emotionally fulfilling for me. And it kind of makes me miserable and makes me feel really bad about myself. And it's not fun. And so it's like, they made that choice to put that down and release that fear, release that cycle of being stuck in their head and thinking negatively about the situation. And they're moving towards what does make them happy. And it feels like that would be coming towards you. So this is all underneath the Chariot. This is all clarifying the Chariot. So the reason that they're coming forward is because they see you as an emotionally fulfilling part of their life. Also with that Magician card at the bottom of the deck, I feel like they are truly manifesting this. I don't know if they know that. I don't know if they are aware of like the fact that they are manifesting this. I don't know exactly how much they're tapped into the divine and spirit and stuff like that. Ooh, also I just got the message from that 2 of Wands earlier, that first card that we clarified. It feels like they want more from this connection as well. And that could also be a motivating factor. Right now, how your connection is, they're not happy with it, they want more. Anyways, going back to the Magician. Sometimes I get like those random messages, but I just want to put them out there because it might apply to somebody out there. But yeah, the Magician card, it feels like they have grown a lot. They've had a lot of experiences. And those experiences help them become a master of manifestation, whether they realize that or not. And I feel like this is just so gorgeous because I think that the reason that they're in the Magician mode manifesting this is because they went through that phase of fear and worry and not coming forward. And then they closed out that cycle and opened this new cycle in which they are much more powerful. Maybe they even realize their power. I don't know if they realize it to this extent, but they could start to feel confident about themselves. Like maybe they've been working on their confidence. Maybe they've been doing positive affirmations. I always suggest positive affirmations. I find them super helpful. Everybody's different, so it'll be different stuff for different people, but if anybody out there struggles with their self-worth, I would definitely suggest listening to positive affirmations before you go to sleep and when you first wake up. That helped me a lot personally, and you can find them on YouTube for free. It's great. Anywho, getting back to this. Yeah, it feels like maybe they are finally realizing their power within, and it's helping them manifest this. And it's almost like, well, there's also the divine enlightenment with that infinity symbol above the head here. So it really does feel like this person now has woken up to this. It feels like that. It feels like they have awakened to the potential that this connection has. Truly, it's beautiful. And then with that Tower card underneath, manifesting this is going... But with the Tower card underneath, this is going to be shaking things up. Manifesting this connection between the two of you and putting in that effort, I feel like it's going to shake things up for you. And I feel like there's something about, it's like almost like the power of misdirection. And by that I mean, like, you know, when like there's the power of misdirection, and by that I mean think of like a pickpocket, you know, somebody that's like good at, you know, taking things from other people's pockets and stuff. And I believe from what I've seen in like media, like I don't know if it's very reliable, but I want to say that they use misdirection as their technique for getting into people's pockets and taking their valuables. And it's like tapping on one part of their body and then, you know, going over here, and while they're distracted by whatever's going on over here, they sneak into their pocket and take out their wallet or something. I don't know. I believe. And I want to say maybe magicians use a similar technique, which actually kind of fits with the magician card. So I meant more so like, you know, magicians in the old, I don't even know if like old school magicians exist anymore, but you know, card tricks and bunny out of a hat kind of thing, type of magician is what I was picturing. But I believe that they use that misdirection as well. And so I feel like maybe Spirit kind of did this to you in a way, and I don't know exactly how to word this. It's almost like, I feel like, okay, this is gonna sound insane, maybe, I don't know. But it almost feels like, I feel like here's you, here's the other person. And I feel like maybe you felt that something was going on with this person, like they were attracted to you, that they were into you. But then I feel like there was a period of time of silence or something that interrupted that feeling of like, okay, this person likes me or wants to pursue me or whatever. And like there was either a lack of action, a period of silence between the two of you, or like, yeah, there was some sort of disconnection that happened. And I feel like it could have been like you potentially saying like, oh, okay, it's clear that this person has no intention of acting. This person has no intention of, you know, trying to pursue me, trying to like, you know, see where this goes and blah, 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 blah. And so, okay, maybe it's more so like a fake out, you know, because it almost feels like just when you're like maybe losing hope in this person or something, it like, you know, the connection comes in and like shakes up your life, because I feel like you're not expecting it. That's what I feel. Like I truly think that you either convinced yourself that this was never going to happen, or you got into your own head, or maybe you were like, okay, maybe my intuition was off. Like I feel like you convinced yourself in some way that this was never going to happen, and now it happens. And I feel like it's going to shock you, and it's going to shake up your life quite substantially with that Tower card. And again, Tower cards don't have to be negative experiences. They can be very positive, especially if things haven't been going your way for some time. If something good happens, it's going to shake up your life. If you're not used to good things happening to you, something good happening is going to shake things up quite significantly. I really like that. Okay, let's move on to that Nine of Pentacles. Please and thank you, Spirit. You can tell me about that Nine of Pentacles. Please and thank you. See that. What do you got? What do you got? Anything else for that Nine of Pentacles? Please and thank you. La da da. Now show my loving for the collective. What do we got? 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 What a cha. 1, 2, cha cha cha. 3, 4, cha cha cha. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay. So this is clarifying the Nine of Pentacles. We got the Knight of Pentacles, Two of Cups, the Temperance card, okay, Eight of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. I actually really like this, and I'll tell you why. Oh, before I forget, bottom of the deck, King of Swords. Could be another energy, could be the same energy. We'll see how I feel about that after. I might clarify. Anywho, let's see. So what I'm picking up on is I feel like you may be more so in the Knight of Pentacles mode. When this person comes towards you, I feel like you may be a little bit hesitant. Or maybe just in shock and you're like, like, I feel like you're going to be very caught off guard by this. Because I also, like, this is clarifying that Nine of Pentacles. And so I feel like you're kind of doing your own thing and you're not really expecting this to come in. And I feel like this could really, truly be a soulmate connection. Because of the Two of Cups coming out, this is like reciprocal energy. This is two people that have the same amount of feelings for one another. An equal exchange. Like, you are truly equal partners. And there's like that equal exchange, and it's fair, and it's beautiful, and it's healthy. And I feel like that could be quite healing for you. Because I feel like you just haven't had good luck in love. And so it's like, I feel like this is coming in and it's going to show you what love was supposed to be like all along for you. How healing and kind and beautiful and soft it can be. I feel like you're not used to that kind of love. And then there's the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like there is like maybe internal work that you're working through when this comes up, because, you know, it's bound to trigger those past hurts with those past romantic experiences that didn't go so well. So I feel like maybe this even kind of inspires you, motivates you to start that work within a relationship, because I feel like that's a whole nother level of healing, is healing with somebody else in your life that treats you well and shows you like how you were supposed to be treated all along. And I feel like that's gonna naturally bring up some of that past hurt, and maybe you'll need to like kind of work through that, like, you know, because it's, you know, there is something so beautiful about finally being treated right, but there's something also very sad about finally being treated right, because it's like, wow, I could have experienced this, but instead in my past I had people that were mistreating me or not giving me the love I deserve. And so I feel like, yeah, it may be that you have a little bit of healing to do, but within a relationship, if that makes any sense. Because it's almost like you can do so much healing up until a point on your own, but I feel like a lot of healing also comes with your interactions with others. And I feel like there's certain things that you just cannot heal unless you have a loving partner to show you that, to reflect that back to you, what you're worth, what you're what you should have been given in the past. And so there could be like some of that kind of like happening there, where you're like, oh, I'm realizing that I still have that baggage from the past. Maybe I should kind of, okay. But yeah, it feels like maybe you realize like, oh, okay, maybe I should work through this baggage that I'm holding from the past. In a safe space with somebody that I trust, with somebody that treats me well. Because I feel like it's going to be healing, but it's also going to be triggering as well. Also, this could just be that you, and also relating to that healing, feels like you've been healing for quite some time. Like this has been a buildup, you know? And so, yeah, it could just be a continuation of your healing just within a relationship, a healthy relationship, a beautiful relationship. Also, this could be that the two of you are working on the connection, you know? Like maybe building that trust, building that comfort with one another, that ease around one another. Maybe even, yeah, like it feels like maybe the both of you are healing through this connection. Maybe you both have not had the best luck in past experiences, and so now you got the real deal, and so maybe that's triggering for the both of you, and maybe you both have to kind of like work through your past. And maybe that's even something that you two kind of bond over, is the fact that you've had that past and that you need to work through that within the safety of this connection. The Three of Wands, it's like definitely saying that the time is now. And maybe that's a whole nother thing too, is like maybe if this does start triggering you, this beautiful connection that's coming in, it could be that you may feel like you're not ready for this connection. But I feel like the Three of Wands is here to say that you are. You are ready for it. And yeah, and especially with the combination of the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Wands, it's telling me you've been working on yourself for quite some time. Like, you are ready for a connection. Like, you've done the work. Like, you're not just like jumping into something willy-nilly and, you know, just hoping for the best and fingers crossed, eyes closed. Like, you are somebody that's been working on yourself. And it's like, yeah, I feel like there's like the divine, I feel like maybe pushing you into this, and you may feel like a little baby bird, you know, being pushed from the nest a little too early, but I feel like you're gonna fly. You know, maybe it'll take a few tries, but okay, maybe not if you're getting pushed out of a nest. You know, but maybe it'll you might surprise yourself. Let's put it that way with that metaphor. Not the best metaphor for this, I guess. And then with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you may ask this person to be patient with you. There's something about patience being required. And so either your partner will have to be patient with you, you may have to be patient with your partner, or I'm getting, most likely it's the both of you that both kind of need to be patient with one another. Because especially if this is triggering for the both of you, or one of you, you know, I think it's important to not take that triggering personally, but more so like this is just part of the process of healing from those past connections. Especially if you're in the Nine of Pentacles energy right now, which is more independent. Yeah, it definitely could be shaking things up for you, like getting into a connection with somebody else, because it's like, oh, suddenly I have to take that other person into consideration as well. Like, it's no longer just providing for myself, or, you know, considering only my feelings, my whatever. I also have to consider that other person's feelings and stuff. And so that could be an adjustment period as well. But pretty much, like, maybe you also kind of want to take things a little bit slower, which would make sense with that Knight of Pentacles energy that started clarifying the Nine of Pentacles. Oops. But yeah. So I feel like you probably do want to take things slow, and I think that's probably for the best. I feel like it will be established that the two of you are into each other, even if you don't jump right into a relationship. I feel like it's going to be clear from the get-go, like, how the both of you are feeling. I don't feel like there's going to be any confusion. It just may be kind of a process of working together to build that trust, to heal that past baggage with past relationships not treating you well, and experiencing what it truly is like to be treated well by somebody else, especially in a relationship. I actually really like that, because it's like, I feel like you're being really honest with this person as well about what you need, what you require. Yeah, there's like some sense of comfort with this person. I don't think it's, although it's probably going to be scared because it's so healthy and you're not used to that kind of dynamic, there is a sense of ease and comfort you feel around this person. Like, again, I'm looking at that Two of Cups energy, where I feel like you're both on the same level. You're both, it really does feel like partners in crime, or just like, you know, partners in general. Like, you both are working at the same stuff at like the same time, and you're both like same frequency, and it feels like it's going to be easier to communicate. It's going to be easier to get your points across, because I feel like the other person, it almost does feel like a reflection or like a mirroring kind of energy. I feel like they're going to understand where you're coming from when you bring up these fears, or that sense of being triggered because of your past experiences and stuff. So I feel like it feels very much just really beautiful, truly. And that Temperance card following that Two of Cups is just such beautiful energy, because this is going to be so incredibly healing for you. And again, it feels like the divine is bringing this together. Ah, gorgeous. Also, with that King of Swords being at the bottom of the deck, it started to slide off, and what do we have underneath? Again, the Judgment card. I can't remember what the other card was on top of it earlier. But we did get that Judgment card at the beginning. Yeah, I can't remember. But this, yeah, because the message I was getting before was like final judgment. This feels like it's like what this has all been building to. Like it's now or never kind of feeling. And so I think that this King of Swords is a separate energy. And if I'm being honest, what I'm picking up on is I feel like this person can feel that you're moving away from them, or that you're releasing them, or that there's somebody else in your life. There is like, whether they consciously know this or not, there's something that makes them want to reach out to you, because now they're worried about not being chosen for the next phase of your life, you know, that you're going into. And it's almost like they can tell that something good is coming your way, and so they're kind of coming in to be like, hey, why don't you pick me instead? But obviously you're gonna have that say, you're gonna have that power. And I don't know if this person treated you the best, especially with that energy I was getting yesterday with that reading. With that King of Swords being kind of like a hot mess. I would just be aware that as well as this King of Wands, you're probably gonna also be attracting, or this King of Swords is just gonna try to come in. But I feel like you know what is meant for you and what is not. And I feel like this King of Wands is the one that is real, that is showing up with like the real effort and that real connection. Because like, yeah, that you feel, I feel like this, you feel the same way as this King of Wands feels for you. And I feel like that's why this is gonna work. And I feel like, again, there's like that back and forth energy. There is a balancing of energy and effort that I feel like you may not have been used to. So that kind of gives me the feeling that this could be an X here with the King of Swords, excuse me, at the bottom of the deck. So I would just be aware that you going into this beautiful period of your life may sort of magnetize somebody from your past to come in and be like, hey, can I sabotage your cool connection real quick? And, you know, obviously it's going to be up to you who's the best match for you, but I feel like they just want to come in because they feel like you're about to get into something very huge here, very beautiful, life-changing even. Like, it feels like they can sense big things are coming your way, and so they're like kind of trying to creep in and be like, hey, maybe they've changed their mind, maybe suddenly they do want to put in effort, but it almost feels like it's more so a reaction of either the energy that they can feel of you moving on and all that, or finding somebody better, or maybe you update your status on Facebook or social media where you're like, yeah, I'm in a relationship now, or, you know, whatever, you know, and then suddenly this person's gonna come out of the woodwork and be like, oh, but I wanted a chance with you. And it's like, did you really though, or are you just like saying that because I'm moving on, you know? So I would just be aware of that for sure. But it feels like this is really beautiful energy. And obviously you're like so enlightened, you're so in tune with your own feelings, with your intuition. You're gonna know exactly who's who in this situation and who's the better fit for you. So don't even sweat it. But that King of Swords at the bottom of the deck, I think, is just kind of like a little heads up. Like, hey, you're not only attracting this person that could quite literally be a soulmate, but you're also gonna be attracting maybe some flies from the past. So just keep that in mind. But obviously you do not have to accept that person from the past if you do not want to. You have the power here. Yeah, so that's really beautiful. That's the reading, and I really hope that you enjoyed this. And if it resonated at all, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you subscribe, you can become a part of the Hive Collective, because my name is Bee. Bees live in hives, and you can become an honorary bee like me, and we can be a little bee family together. All right. And if you like my videos, be sure to click that bell icon down below so that YouTube actually notifies you next time I upload. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!